Welcome back. And if it is your first time here, hi, I'm Isabella. And on this channel, we will cover resources and tips to help you along your language learning journey. I hope that you will find the following helpful and enjoyable. Let's get started. So let me explain my thought process behind this video. If you're thinking to yourself, why in the world would I need to ask anyone for directions? I have my phone, I have the GPS, I'll be perfectly fine. But there's just a few examples that I can think of where the GPS will not work. For example, one is if you just started a new job and you need to know where this particular office is inside a building. Many GPS applications will not work inside buildings, or there's simply not enough information where a particular office is. Another example is inside parks, like amusement parks or zoos. They just will not work because those cars or people were not allowed to be inside the park to map out those locations. Another example is inside military or secure installations, like American Air Force or military bases. Those are not often GPSed because for security reasons, they're just not. And you just have to know where you're going. Many of them are, but some locations are just not GPSed. And those military installations, I know from personal experience, are enormous. And they're several miles in diameter, and you can easily get lost. So you may have to stop and ask somebody for directions in some of those instances. So below you will see some directional examples, and hopefully they will help you out. Go straight, or if something is straight ahead of you, you say straight ahead. Turn right, or it's on the right. Turn left, or it's on your left, or it's on the left. U-turn, or take a U-turn. Go past, like drive past something. Cross, like if you're walking and you need to cross the street. Across from, if your point of interest is across the street from something. Next to, if your point of interest is adjacent or right next to whatever this other thing is. On or at the corner. Take the first right, that would be number 1, or take the next right, that would be number 2, or take the second right, that would be number 2. At the roundabout, take the first exit. Or if you wanted to, at the roundabout, take the second exit or take the third exit, then you would have to just count the exits on the roundabout. Asking directions. How do I get to the library? Where's the nearest post office? Can you tell me the way to the big hotel? Are we on the right road for London? I'm looking for this address. How do I find it? Or how do I find wherever it is that you're looking for? Excuse me, how do I go to blah, 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 whatever it is. Are you from around here? Where is the, again, wherever it is that you're looking for. And going back to the earlier examples of looking for an office number or somebody's office, you can say, excuse me, can you direct me to Mr. Smith's office? Or do you know how to find a break room? That's a common one. Many offices have break rooms, or maybe even some buildings will have a cafeteria. So you can say, does this building have a cafeteria? Or a drink machine. That's a very common one. Many buildings will have a soda machine or a drink machine or even a snack machine. So you can say, Can you help me find the drink machine or the snack machine? Another one would be if you're at an amusement park and you're looking for the lions or the bears, oh my, or the giraffes. You can say, which way to the lions? Or do you know which way to the hippos or the polar bears? So those are the examples I can think of. Here we continue with directions. Unfortunately, there's a typo. I'm sorry, I thought I caught them all. Which is the best way to? So there should be an is there. So which is the best way to, and where, whatever it is that you're going. Pardon me, I'm lost. How do I get to whatever? In the US, we usually don't say pardon me. We would say excuse me. Then I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. How do I get there? Can you help me? Could you direct me to blah, blah, blah? May I ask for some help? I need to get to whatever. Can you help me get to High Park? Or how can we get to High Park? Is it far? That's a good one. It's important to know if it's far or not, because then you can take a cab or a bus or a train or whatever. Excuse me, could you tell me how to get to the bus station? And this is also a good one. If you're already at a bus station or a train station, the GPS will not help you there either, because inside buildings or inside a bus station or a train station, you will not be able to know which way to go inside a large building. So to get from inside like a big terminal to get to a particular gate or to get to a platform, you would need to ask directions. So, excuse me, how can I get to platform number 9? Or if you're at an airport, how do I get to gate number 825? Something like that. That would be helpful. This one will be very challenging, I am sure. As a person learning English, if you are approached by somebody who is also not very fluent and you want to be helpful because you're a kind and generous person and you want to help them out, but you are struggling with English and this is the only way that this person knows how to communicate, you may be a little intimidated with giving directions in English. So take it easy, breathe. It's okay, don't be intimidated, and take your time. No one will think anything of you. They will be very grateful. Just take it easy and speak slowly. So this is some vocabulary you can use to help somebody out. You would say go up if you're thinking that this is a little bit further ahead. So go up to a particular landmark. So if it's like a bridge, so go up to the bridge and then take a right or take a left. It's on the corner of Main and Broad, for example. Go straight, cross the bridge or cross Main Street. Follow whatever street for a while. Turn left, turn right, turn left onto whatever street. So turn left onto Main Street. Go down whatever street you're going. So go down Main Street until a certain point. It's in the middle of the block. So directional and then kind of positional words. You will pass a supermarket on your left. Take this road. So if you're pointing at a map or if you have drawn a map, so take this road. Turn right at the crossroads. It's on your left. It's on your right. It's about 100 meters from here, or feet in the US. Take the first road on the right. Take the second road on the left. It's next to, so if you're just talking and a person is a little familiar with the surroundings, then you can say, it's next to the Walmart, or it's next to the big oak tree or something like that. It's between this and that street, or it's between this and that. So it's between the fountain and the bench if you're outside. It's in front of whatever. It's this way, and then you point. Oh no, you're going the wrong way. You're going the wrong way. You're lost. Continue straight ahead for about a mile. Go under the bridge. Scary, go under the bridge. No, I'm kidding. You're going in the wrong direction. So we're going to practice a little bit. This is our fictional town. We're going to call it Mapleville because it's got Maple Street, and I couldn't think of a better word. And we have a parking lot, a movie theater, a newsstand. Apparently, it's a really old town because we have a payphone, which haven't existed in a very long time. We have a bank, a bookstore, a park, a drugstore, swimming pool, other little post office, and a travel agent. It's very exciting. So we're going to practice, and we're going to pretend that our GPS broke so we can practice how to get from our little parking lot to different places. So as you can probably tell, I do not have a script for this video, so I'm completely winging it. So we have a few stops for our friend Kayla for this to-do list. She has to drop off some mail at the post office. She needs to stop at the bank to get some cash. She's going to go to the grocery store, get some milk and whatever else she needs, and then she's going to get some Chinese food on the way out because girls gotta eat. So she parked her cute little red car at the parking lot, and I put a little red arrow right there in our town. And then she's going to get out of the parking lot, and she's going to take a right. She's going to take a right out of the parking lot onto Main Street. Main Street. Then she's going to go across the street, She's going to cross Davis Street, and then she's going to keep going straight, and then she's going to cross Main Street because she's going to the post office first, even though she's right there at the bank, but she wants to go to the post office first. So she's going to cross Main Street to the post office. So she's at the post office now. She's going to drop her mail off at the mailbox, right there, the little blue thing. And then she's going to cross Main Street one more time and go to the bank. And then she's going to get some cash. Woohoo! Kayla's rich. And then she's going to go straight out of the bank, cross Davis Street, and then at the corner, I'm trying to use my vocabulary, at the corner of Davis and Main Street, she's going to turn right and then cross Main Street and then keep going straight, and then on her left is going to be the grocery store. And then in the grocery store, she's going to do whatever shopping she needs, and then she's going to exit the grocery store. And then if I were Kayla, I would drop off my groceries back in my car, and I would actually get in my car because I'm heading out. So what I would do is I would exit the grocery store because at this point I'm walking. I would walk straight. I would cross Main Street, and then I would take a right. So I would turn right. I would get in my car, and then out of the parking lot, I would turn left onto Main Street, and then I would turn left onto Maple Street, and then I would be at the Chinese restaurant on my right. And that's how how I would do my errands or my to-do list. Now, how about you do some practicing? Okay, let's do one more. So let's pretend it's a really pretty day and Kayla has no plans, but she's bored at home and she just wants something to do. So she drives into town and she parks at the parking lot and she wants to check out the new grocery store on the left side of town. So she would take a left out of the parking lot onto Main Street. She would take a left onto Maple Street and the grocery store would be on her left. And now she's at the grocery store and she really likes it. And this grocery store is fancy and she wants to buy herself a coffee. So she bought herself a coffee to go and now she's going to the bookstore. So she would need to cross the street. So she would cross Maple Street and then she would take a left onto Main Street and the bookstore would be on her left. And she discovers at the bookstore that they have a new release of her favorite crime fiction novel. I don't know. So she bought her new crime fiction novel. I can't think of a title. So she bought her book and now she decided that she wants to sit at the park bench and read her book. So she would cross Main Street, keep going straight, and then she would sit at the park and read her book. And when she was done, she would take a right, no, she would take a left onto Maple Street, then she would cross Maple Street, she would keep going straight, then she would cross Main Street, back into the parking lot, and then she would go home. And now you can try practicing on your own. I put a few examples there for you, but you can always make up your own. Please pause the video now, and this will be the last exercise. Thanks for trying, and thanks for watching the video. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you found it helpful. If you have suggestions about any other topics that you would like to hear, please let me know in the comments. Have a great day and happy learning.